Hello, James here. I'll get my setup here. Had to let my thing sit on the car. My stand ain't kind of holding up too well. Well, I'm in the Great Southern Boulevard Plaza in Columbus, Ohio. What you're seeing is there's the Kroger down at the end. You're seeing you're seeing the former Walmart. I put on my video a couple days ago, like a short video on my phone, and so I got some news for the people in Columbus, Ohio, especially on this side of town. That you don't through the grapevine, through the neighbors. I happened to talk to a few people. I heard one conversation in the store, and it was confirmed from a lady that worked at the Dollar General right up the road that this area of Columbus is what you see is going to be nothing but apartments. Where that Kroger is at, if you can see it, where that Kroger is at, and where the former Walmart is at, it's going to be apartment buildings all through here. So what the lady was saying, that like Columbus, Ohio needs a lot of apartments, right? So that's one of the reasons why they are. So it's a good thing that they add apartments. The sad thing is that they're going to probably be upscale apartments like they've done to the Lower West Side. And so the Lower West Side got apartments like over $1,000. So what they do is they renovate an area, buy out the people's houses, and this is what she says is going to happen down here. She said there's been already people asking to get there. So some of this plaza that you see might be gone in the future. And so down here and behind the buildings is like a homeless camp behind there. A lot of homeless people. A lot of people. There's been some crime down here, not as bad as other parts of it, but it's had its share of crimes. And what happened was, so they're gonna redo all this area. Probably offer to buy some of these buildings. Some of these buildings, like that piece has probably been abandoned. And so a lot of the people in the area, the sad thing about this, if they take out this Kroger store, most of the people that live in a 5-mile radius from this place won't have a grocery store to shop at. So therefore, they got to go up to German Village, or either that or go over towards Groveport, and either that or the next Kroger is over on Parsons Avenue. Next Parsons Avenue. Let me sit down here. Parsons Avenue. So this is what they're doing. So a lot of these small businesses that you see in the plaza may not be here for too long. That sucks. My thing is, where are people going to go and shop at? Up on Dublin, I might go in that area to show you guys. That not in Dublin, but up on East Dublin Road, there is a area where there's no shopping places. Everybody has to come down 3 or 4 miles to a Kroger. So they're gonna have Kroger. And so for some reason, that's what they did. But your outer areas gets the Walmarts. Your outer areas get the your outer areas get the Walmart. The Sam's Clubs and all. But the poor people don't get nothing. It's like they're taking away from the poor. And it's just a poor people thing. And so what's left in the poor neighborhoods throughout America and parts of it here, ladies and gentlemen, is that what you have is Dollar Generals and dollar stores, and it turns into a food desert. So that's what they offer the poor people. That's what they do. And they purposely, I think I'm convinced that they kind of reduce the lower class, and you have a lot of people that eating unhealthy. You don't have no healthy grocery food stores and food. Unless a lot of people don't have the money, and because I don't know if you know, chicken's like $5-6 for, like, you want to get a pack breast some chicken, it's gonna cost you about $5 for something that used to cost $2. Hell, just to get some orange juice is like $3.90 something cents, almost $4 just for some orange juice. So yeah, the poor, low income poor people, working poor class people like ourselves, it's messed up, man. It's messed up. And so this was going to happen to this area. And what they do is they move all, what the lady told me, they're going to move some is all the way south of 270. And that's what they're trying to do. So, and I'm like, what? I was kind of surprised. And she said that there's been people in his residential areas that have houses that they trying to buy them out. And a lot of people don't have the money like they do up on the northern part of Columbus, like short north of them areas. So the city is going to come down this way sooner or later. They did it on the west side and certain parts of the west side all the way up to Broad. It's like they bought out and redid that whole thing. And they did that with the they doing that to east, west. They moving all over the city. They just whatever old streets that it was, what you knew if you grew up in Columbus, Ohio, it ain't no longer there. They just going buck wild with stuff like this. And they put these buildings in. They revamped the area, so-called speak. And so a lot of these people are gonna be pushed out because they ain't gonna be able to afford $1,000 to $2,000 worth of rent probably. And probably business, if you probably have a business, gonna probably even be more just to rent a space down here. So they really doing their number down here, man. It's messed up. So yeah. But I thought I'd come out here and report about this, and I just said people need to know. And if you're in the Columbus, Ohio area, yeah, so that area up there where the Walmart was on, this is called this Great Southern Boulevard, they took it out. So they want to put apartments down there. And I seriously doubt it's going to probably be for low income people. Probably it's going to probably be for some upscale people. But they're trying, because I guess by Columbus is growing, that's what they want to do because they ran out of housing. So what do? They, like most cities in America, they just pick the most poorest part of the area, gentrify the area, buy out the businesses, probably buy out these small pop businesses, whatever. And so they got to relocate this, maybe on the outskirts of the city where they don't make up the traffic. So if you go into the outskirts, you got a small business, or you rent, that cuts into your profits, whatever. If you got a lot, but hey, that's what their ordeal is now. So yeah, and it's tougher to live now these days, I tell you. And my heart goes out to the people that's gonna probably lose their job in Kroger, like they did in Walmart. And then they can transfer them, and probably whatever other businesses it's going to affect. So you're going to have to close. And you wonder why, like, if you go in some parts of the plaza here, you see like the area where the parking lot is kind of like look like it ain't been paved or nothing like that. They paved certain spots of the parking lot. It got big old potholes. Got these big old potholes. You got one part of the parking lot is pothole. This part is okay down toward the southern end, but the northern, this part, I don't know why they didn't just do the whole parking lot. But I think this is I don't know if it's a separate company or separate owners. It's like, I mean, it's like, damn, you gotta be careful. So, you know, a lot of people that crisscross the parking lot. You know, so you gotta watch around so you don't get your car tore up hitting the potholes. It used to be now on the streets you would worry about. And I don't know why they don't do that. All it does is take a little sand and tar. I mean, you're getting about 15, probably what 30 grand a month, 30 to 50, 60 grand in rent. You can at least take about 10 grand to fix up your parking lot. Jesus. and you try to park away because there's so many people. But anyway, yeah, so that's the ordeal down here on the south side of Columbus. I don't live that far from here, but yeah, all the way down here they want to tear all this out and put housing, revamp it. They did that like with OSU, around about OSU campus on the outskirts, and knock some of that out and go all the way to 270. Now, here's the crazy thing. Down in 270, where the camera pointing out at, there's like a cement plant down there. So I don't know how that's. And I don't know if it's some kind of solar power plant they built down there, and some kind of engineering, because you got trucks like galore going. You got dust flying all over the place. Then you come up to the north of here. You have this. It's like a sewage plant. You got a couple treatment plant. You get that downwind from either it's the garbage, you either smelling it from the landfill, or you smelling it from the. And I tell you, it smells like a sewer, you know, down there. It's got a oily, stinky smell. But yeah, that's what they're trying to do.